The latest New York City Zwift Unlocked race, the best Zwift race at the moment.
I'm asking the question, is it the best race, the best small race on Zwift at the moment? I absolutely think it is. It's fast, it's exciting, new course. I've got to say the two New York City courses are obviously very similar. Both utilising the climb on the bridge. But I think this is such an exciting race. I've got to say it's not too taxing. I think it's just below 500 feet climb. You've got the two bumps on the graphic on the right. You've got the elevators repeated. So you climb the elevator 3 times in this course. It's a single lap, just over 11 miles. We've just gone through the lead-in now. A bit of a punch. This is going to be probably my last race within the 330 to 450 ZRS category. Actually, I'm hoping so, because that means I'll have pinched 6 points to go over 450, which will be the highest ZRS I've ever had on Zwift. I'm looking for an average of 3.5 watts a kilo over the duration. I expect probably a 30-minute race, typically, perhaps just less, perhaps 27 minutes. 37 riders. I've not looked at the riders in this race. I've not looked at their stats. I should be very competitive in this. And yes, I want to leave this group, I want to get promoted from this group and leave a mark, definitely top 10. I want to try and go for the top 5 if I can. I'm earmarking, probably like everybody else, that final little climb up the from the tube up the elevator, as you can see on the graphic. I need to be not getting dropped on the 2 peaks. There's 2 barriers on the top of the peaks where we can get power-ups. I need to use the power-ups. I need to use the draft cleverly. However, I'm going to have a couple of attacks on this. I'm feeling good. It's lunchtime on a Friday. I'm going to spend 30 minutes of my working lunch having a good attack, and I'm enjoying myself. As I said, this is a fantastic. I've really enjoyed the first Zwift Unlocked race course on New York City. Anyway, back to the race. I'm pushing out ahead here because I want to try and split the pack. Let me reiterate, if you haven't watched any of my videos, I am not a sprinter. I can't hold more than 500 watts for 15 seconds after 10 miles at under FTP, just under FTP pace. There is no point. I'm not going to win a sprint in the last 800 feet. I'm just not at that level. I'm probably 200, 250, 300 watts down on the top 5 within this group for a 15 second, 20, 30 second sprint. So I've got to look at other ways of breaking the pack, and that ordinarily means tiring them out before they get to the end, so they can't put 250 watts down more than I can. So those are the tactics I've got to use. Obviously, everybody's different. You know, there's Zwifters on YouTube that can sit in the pack, they can draft very tactically, but they can absolutely destroy somebody from 1,000 feet. And I've seen some of the YouTubers I follow. You know, they can rein in 10 to 20 riders on that last 1,000 feet, and actually I've seen them hitting from further out than there. Which is just absolutely incredible. I can't do that, so I can't. There's no point telling me or me trying to do that tactic. I can't be in 20th position with 1,000 feet to go. I'll just get, I can't rein those front riders in. So I've got to look at different tactics. I'm drafting here. I'm nicely in the pack there, so obviously conserving energy. 272 watts on average on the top left. Almost just 2 miles done. Already we're down to 9 miles-ish, nearly 5 miles gone. We're coming up to the first elevator here. We've just gone down the elevator. I'm reckoning in my group here, 500 watts to the top of the elevator will keep me in the top 3 to 5, and I won't be getting dropped, and I can maintain that on a little punchy climb like that. So that's the aim on the elevators. On the final one, I probably want to be doing 550 and coming through, because I'm guessing other people are going to attack on that. I have a little plan before I reach that escalator though, because I'm not going to let everybody just drift along on that little flat section before the final climb, so that everyone can punch hard. Let's see when we get to that final half mile anyway. So coming up to the elevator, 262 watts average. My FTP at the moment's 273, so I'm just below functional threshold. I've only been going 2.5 miles, so this is reasonably comfortable for me. So here we go. I need to power up here. Everybody's thinking the same. We're all similar capacity, ability, the similar calibre of rider here. What did I hit here? Because I'm giving a post analysis here. 440, 657 watts. I didn't realise I was putting that much in. Still 500, just get through here. Yeah, puts me in the top 3. Let's fast forward this, because the key part of these climbs, there's the 2 hills, but there is an elevator before that. Again, I'm guessing we're going to have to put that sort of power in to keep in the top 3. Here we go again, averaging 257, so there's been a bit of breather in between there. I think I was glad to get that breather. 6.5 miles to go, 11 minutes gone. Up we get. I'm going up first. What we're doing? Blimey, 686 watts. I didn't realise that, obviously, because I'm not watching the screen when I'm putting that power down. Just keep in the front. The Brit there, Electric Spirit, I've got to keep on his wheel, because we've got a little descent, so a little time for a bit of rest, but I can't let this rider get away. Another Brit there, Zayas chasing down. So I just need to get in this pack. You can see the group has split on the top right, and that's obviously broken some riders. And I'm in the top 3, which is very encouraging. We're going to go on a descent now, probably a 1/4 of a mile, and then you've got the big climb on this course. It's all relative. It's not a big climb really. I'm guessing about 2 minutes at perhaps double functional power, perhaps 350 to 450 watts for me. Not double power, sorry, about 1.5. So just going down here. The Scott F. Stevens just gone off there. People have started going at it there, and I lost a bit of concentration there. I'm alright because I'm in the pack. Let's see what I need to do here. Playing catch up there. I guess there's a little bit of draft because we are going 30 miles an hour on this part. What am I doing here? 410, and I'm at the front. There's a couple of orange sections. There's going to be a yellow section here, so my tactics are to stand up on the orange. I just wanted to put it out there, drag them along on this climb here. Stay up on the orange. Sweating away. It's not a good sight. Here we go. We're coming into the bridge here. There's 2 other punchy little orange sections. I need to be 325 to 350 watts top left for the duration of the yellow, and I reckon I'll go over the top through the barrier in the front group. You can see people just pulling beside me there. Yeah, look, I'm going to have to be doing just under 400, perhaps 350 average, I'd say. You can see the blue on the top graphic, so that's the distance. I'll get stood up again on the orange and probably stand up just going into the barrier. I've got the energy, feeling good. What have we got? We're just less than 4%, 3.5% on the yellow, probably 4.5% on the orange. I'm riding well here. 18 miles an hour. This straight bridge. See the barrier there ahead. Just over 5 miles to go. 14.5 minutes completed, nearly 300 feet climbed. Averaging 270 watts, which is good. Just stand up there on the orange. Make sure they don't get away from me. And then it's a case of sitting down in the yellow and going through that barrier in the top 5, let's say. And then absolutely making sure nobody goes off on that descent and the flat before no one attacks before that second climb. If 2 or 3 attack there, they could potentially take it to the line. It's probably only 3 miles to go there, and it's pretty. There's a descent and a flat and one little elevator. Just stand up here. Don't want those 4 riders getting away from me at this stage. That'd be a disaster for the race. Need to just stay in contention. Through the barrier, 272 average, 340 feet climb, just less than 5 miles. So here we go. Don't lose concentration. There we go. I'm into the back of the pack there. Yet no one's attacking there. I'm guessing everybody's feeling pretty similar. Somebody's using the aero power up. Here we go. Let's just fast forward here to this second main climb. Dinelli, the Italian rider, putting down almost 6 watts a kilo. There's not as much orange here. We come into the bridge from a different angle here. As you can see, we're led onto it from a by road, so it's slip road. And then it's a climb back into the barrier, 405 calories, 265 average watts. I'm a little low on watts, but it's not affecting my position, so I'm comfortable there. I've activated the aero boost. I've got to use it before the barrier. We get another power up at the barrier. Just give me a little bit of a breather there. I'm sure I'm getting a tiny draft. 325, get myself to the front. You can see how tight everybody is from the graphic on the right. I'm reckoning 30 riders are in that little bubble going into the barrier. So everybody has kept within the front pack, apart from, I'm guessing, 5 to 7 riders. That'd be my guess. It's just splitting now. Just as we get to the top, I'm in a good position here, staying in contention. Looks like the Brit rider at the front is pulling us through, going at a relentless pace there. I'm in 4th. Let's see. Yeah, it's been broken up, the pack, but everyone will come together here unless somebody's going for an attack. I doubt it. I think everybody's thinking the same thing. Get a breather on the descent, stays a tight pack, and then we've got the descent on the elevator, and then the final elevator, and I'm guessing 0.2 or 3 of a mile into a flat sprint. This is why it's so exciting. I'm going to save that aero power up for the final sprint, and I'm hoping I'm kind of in the top 5, top 10. I've gone booming through there. I don't know why. We're on the descent. Everyone's using their power-ups there. Not sure why. I'm guessing they're just recovering, perhaps. Look, the group is back together again, so everybody's going to have a break. 2.3 miles to go, 433 feet climb, just over 21 miles minutes gone, nearly 9 miles. 9 miles just gone now. 264 watts average. 15th gear. You can see big group. So I'm going to take a bit of a breather here. But my plan is to have a little attack before that final climb, because nobody's going to be expecting that, I think. So I've got to play that to my advantage. Attack before we go up the elevator rather than at the base of the elevator. And that's going to just throw people off, hopefully. I'm sure people are just going to chase me down, but they're not going to be expecting that. And then get to the top and see where we are. And then there'll be 0.2, 0.3, see what we can do on the finish. Just hanging here before the first rider here. $262 average, 460 calories almost. There we go. 9.5 miles, 1.7 miles to go. Concentrating. It's going to sit behind this front rider here. Obviously I'm not getting the full draft of the pack, but we've got 1.6 miles to go. We're on a downward hill here. We're going to be on a flat for the next possibly 0.78 of a mile. So I'm going to go, let's see where I go. I can't remember where I'm in a great position there. I'm doing a bit of drafting. Saving the power up. 1.3 miles to go. The group is absolutely stuck together. Look at that graphic on the top. Everybody's probably having a breather, anticipating this final little climb. .1 miles to go. Doesn't matter, I'm at the front now. I'm only doing 200 watts. I'm not exactly taxing myself here. Very, very laboured here. 1 mile to go. 10.2 gone, nearly 24 minutes done. 15th gear, 259 average. .9 of a mile to go. Still got the power up, which is an aero draft. How close is this group? Everybody's concentrating now. 0.8 of a mile. Didn't go yet. When did I go? Nearly 500 calories burnt. Doing 85 RPM. Everybody's waiting here. Taking the time. Right. This is where I pushed it. Nobody's expecting that. 0.6 of a mile to go. Right. Sit down. 300 watts-ish. Should have gone out. People are what, 3 to 10 metres behind. Everyone's having to chase now. They've gone for it. Get up on that. What am I going to do? Can I put another 600 watts in? Oh, everyone's caught up here. 550, 617 watts. 600 watts. Right, go over. Someone's gone off there. Watson, I think. 2 seconds ahead. I can't let that happen. 0.4 of a mile to go. I need to stay in this group. 6th place. I'm struggling here. I need to get back in. It's really split up. The group is completely split. Aero boost, because there's no point if I don't use it. I've seen people sprint now and they just break that pack up and win. I can't do that. Get an aero boost. I'm 9th place. Drop someone there. It's completely split round this corner. Right. Try and get 500 watts on here. I want to just get ahead of this. Somebody's coming past me there. Come on through the barrier. 10th. Was I 8th? 10th? I don't know. I think I finished 10th. 2, 4, 6. There's only 7 riders ahead of me. Whatever. Zwift 10th. Really enjoyed that. Is that the best race on Zwift at the moment? Like and subscribe. Thank you.